Discussing the 9 things that you should know about plea bargaining. The 6th thing that we're going to talk about is, what are your chances at winning a trial? My name's Zach Divelbiss. I'm a criminal defense attorney here in the Phoenix area. I'm the owner of Future First Criminal Law. Before I was a lawyer, before I went to law school, I got in trouble by having a fake ID that was actually my ID. I represented myself at that trial. I thought it was going to be a slam dunk, and I lost. What would I have told myself if I were going to go into that trial before I became a lawyer? Piece of cake. This is your ID, Zach. You show it legally and go tell the judge that at trial, and those cases are going to be dismissed and dropped. Well, I was wrong, and now I have a criminal conviction to prove it. So we're going to get into the 6th topic here that tells us that juries are unpredictable. No one can calculate precisely your chances of acquittal at a trial. No one. Not myself, not the judge, not the prosecutor, not another criminal defendant stuck in jail with you. Nobody can tell you your chances of winning a trial. However, certain factors may tip the scales to help you decide whether you should take your chance at trial or strike a deal. Some of these factors include, what are the witnesses going to say? Are they credible? Will they look good to the jury? Will they even show up to their trial? Witnesses include police officers. And guess what? Police officers are trained to testify to the jury. Your neighbor, who might be a witness in your case, probably was not testified. It probably has not testified ever and doesn't know what it's like to be in a courtroom. The stress that it happens. They might not actually be a good witness for you. What evidence does the prosecution have? And was it lawfully obtained? Can it be suppressed? Has it been suppressed? The evidence will be presented at your trial. How is that going to make you look? Even if there are other issues legally with your case, and some pieces of evidence come in, this piece of evidence might distract the jury. And they might focus on this instead of the other big issue. And what's the prosecutor's reputation? What's the prosecutor's experience with trials? How often do they go to trial? What's their success rate? These are questions that we look into. Does the prosecutor present well to juries? Are they emotional? Are they factual? Are they comical? What's their style? How are they going to treat you at the trial? What is the maximum sentence you are facing if you are found guilty at trial? This last factor here is the most important factor for you to consider on whether you are accepting a plea deal or going to trial if you have nothing else to lose. The amount of jail or prison time you can get for criminal convictions in Arizona is going to surprise you. Our felony offenses have mandatory minimums and maximums that a judge has to follow no matter what. And some people think it might not be worth it to go to trial because if they lose, that mandatory minimum can be so big that you might as well accept a plea deal. If you have any prior felonies and you're charged with another felony, your prison sentence is essentially double, if not triple. The more felonies you have, the worse it can get. These are all factors for you to consider before you decide to go to trial or whether you should accept a plea deal. You must have an experienced criminal attorney who's been there before to know whether you should be going to trial or whether you should be taking a plea agreement. You must voice your position on each of these things with your attorney and get the attorney's advice on how to proceed. If you don't have an attorney, please contact us now so that way we can help represent you in your case, to help you make the right decisions, to help make sure that you don't run into the same problem that I ran into representing myself. thinking it was going to be a slam dunk. We want to help keep good people like you out of jail.